with the best highlights across Northeast Wisconsin. This is Friday Night Blitz with Brandon Kinnard.
Halfway through the regular season. Welcome into a Week 5 edition of Friday Night Blitz. I'm Brandon Kinnard. At the midway point, the true contenders now begin to emerge. That includes Kaukauna, which is in the running for a second straight FVA title. Let's start there in the Fox Valley. The Galloping Ghosts hosting Fond du Lac in our Sports Showdown Game of the Week. The Cardinals coming in winless, but they came to play tonight. First quarter, DeAndre Williamson stands in the pocket, delivers a great ball to Connor Johnson. Fondy on the board first, up 7-0. Ensuing Kaukauna drive. They're knocking on the door. 4th and 5 here. Braun Schaefer can't get it off. He's sacked by Guardian Harris. The Ghosts get him right back, though, after the turnover on downs. Here's a turnover. Williamson is hit. Ball comes out. Sam DiPiazza recovers. That leads to a Kaukauna touchdown to tie it at 7. Third quarter. Ghosts leading 14-7 now. You got to see this catch. Williamson to Johnson again, and he just stays in bounds here. Another look at it. Knee, shoulder, something. He got it. Touchdown ties it at 14. Kaukauna with the answer. Schaefer off play action. Tucker Hoffman on the run. Sheds one tackler, and off he goes. Ghosts take the lead, and they don't give it up. A 35-20 Kaukauna win. For reaction, let's send it out to Noah Cornelius.
A big win for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts tonight, as they're now 4-1 on the season. I'm with head coach Matt Binsfeld here tonight. Matt, what was the key to getting the win tonight?
We had to find a way to score, and thankfully we found a couple ways to do it, different ways, both on the ground and in the air. They're a really well-coached team, and they had a great game plan for us that really frustrated us and slowed us down in the first half. So credit to them for coming out ready to play. 0-4, they were still looking to try and make some noise.
This is a tough conference. You just took down a tough opponent, and you've got a couple more tough opponents on the schedule. What does this win do for y'all the rest of the season?
Well, it just shows that we have to come to play. We have to really practice well. We have to put things together to have a chance to win in this league. And, you know, it doesn't get any easier from here on out. So we're going to have to regroup, make sure we get healthy, and try and put our best product out there next week.
Any final comments for the folks at home about the win?
No, just really proud. And I don't think people at home will know that we had some banged up kids with some really gutsy performances tonight. So really proud of our guys.
Head coach Matt Binsfeld after the win, guys.
Elsewhere in the FVA, undefeated Kimberly down the road at Appleton East, and Kimberly was doing Kimberly things. The Papermakers led 42-0 at the half. East with some juice early in the third quarter. Alex Thompson breaking through and off to the house he goes. An 88-yard touchdown run for the Patriots' first points. Too little, too late. Kimberly didn't score in the second half, but they had a big enough lead to hang on and comfortably win 42-14. They're 4-0. An injury-riddled Neenah team playing host to Oshkosh West tonight. Rockets' first drive of the game. Well, they're into Wildcats territory. Have to settle for a field goal, which is blocked. That keeps the game scoreless. They wouldn't make that mistake again. In the red zone here, early second quarter. We're not in the red zone, however, but getting into the end zone. That's Dre Hannon on the touchdown run there, 20 yards. And then they punch it in again. 1 yard score. The Rockets cruise to a 29-10 win. A look here at the FVA standings. A clear top half and bottom half right now. Kimberly and Kaukauna play next week. And then Neenah hosts Kimberly the following week. Regular season finale, by the way, Kimberly and Appleton North. So a lot of big matchups on the horizon in one of the state's best conferences. Speaking of good conferences, the smaller schools, NEC, Northeastern Conference. Wrightstown, the powerhouse team there right now. Tigers at home tonight against Two Rivers. Two Rivers not what it was last year, and they made a deep playoff run, but they still got some players. This is Max Mathias with a 66-yard touchdown catch and run, and the Raiders have the early lead, 7-0 into the second quarter. Well, Wrightstown's got this guy named Aiden Humpty Dumpty Humphreys, and he is tough to stop. Touchdown run there, ties it up at 7. Tigers go on to win it 34-21. They're 5-0. Let's go to the FRCC. A North Division battle here between Bayport and Ashwaubenon. This one kind of like Kimberly. It was a big Pirates lead at the half. and they're adding to it. Third quarter, Jackson Otradovic burrows into the end zone, 6-yard TD run, makes it 49-6 into the fourth. Jaguars with it, but they lose it. Pirates force the turnover. They didn't cash that in, but that didn't really matter. Final score, 49-6 Bayport. De Pere on the road at Green Bay Preble. Redbirds led this one 21-0 at the half. Third quarter, they're moving the football, trying to set up the screen here, but the Hornets are all over it. Blake Holly with the stop. De Pere defense, though, lights out. Preble working through the air. Max Kavanaugh gets the paws up to swat it down. None of that, he says. Not much scoring in the second half. Redbirds did get a late field goal, and they win it 24-0. De Pere will be on Showdown next week, taking on their crosstown rival. It's De Pere and West De Pere next Friday night. Our annual Packers versus Cancer game at West De Pere High School. That's next Friday on TV 32. And lastly, Green Bay West with the grand reopening of its newly renovated stadium. They've got the turf there, new set of bleachers. It's a good-looking facility. Sheboygan North, though, not so warm welcome here from the Raiders. Opening kickoff, the lateral back to the return man, and there goes Vince Ninehouse. Opening kickoff return for the touchdown. It's 7-0 North. West moving the football nicely. A scramble here from quarterback Sam Hemery. Face mask at the end, too, moves them even closer, but that drive resulted in a missed field goal. West never quite got the offense rolling enough. North wins this one 32-14. All right, stick with us. We've got one more set of highlights we are working to bring you, and it is a good one, folks. Those, hopefully, on the other side. Welcome back on Friday Night Blitz. Let's go now to our next featured game. We got them in, folks. A crossover matchup of contenders in the Bay Conference and the NEC. FVL and Freedom. And this one was an absolute thriller. The Irish 4-0, the Foxes 3-1. Here we go. A strip there, and FVL off the takeaway capitalizes. Blessings Kapande, he will not be stopped. 19-yard rushing touchdown. We're tied at 7. He had 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Irish trailing by 7 here near the end of the second. Drew Quartz gets into the promised land. We're tied at 21 at the half. Back and forth the whole way. This one goes to overtime. Tied at 35. Freedom, well, they get the ball first, but that's stripped as well. Foxes recover. They wind up having to settle for a field goal try that would have won it, but it's wide to the right. Double overtime. FVL gets it first. First play. Oh, beautiful throw and catch into the end zone. Nicholas Martin with the toe tap. Foxes have the 1 touchdown advantage. Freedom needs to score to tie. Here's Quartz. Rolls left, throws far side, finds his man. The Irish, they don't want to deal with triple overtime, so they're going for 2 in the win, and Quartz gets it. What an absolutely fantastic football game. Freedom with the win to improve to 5-0, 43-42 the final there. And again, 3 overtimes. Now that's normally where we put our Friday Night Blitz play of the night. That was our Friday Night Blitz play of the night. Drew Quartz with the game-winning 2-point conversion as Freedom gets the dub over Fox Valley Lutheran. What a great game. What a great week. We'll see you again here this time next week for Friday Night Blitz.